With Chapter 4 Season 3 just around the corner, before we start a brand new season, I thought I would show you guys the 36 most try-hard pickaxes in Fortnite for you to use in this brand new season. Before we get into it though, make sure to let me know what you guys want to see added to Fortnite for Chapter 4 Season 3, but let's get started off with the Hulk Smashers. Now, even though we are talking about try-hard pickaxes in this video, I think the Hulk Smashers are some of the best pickaxes we have ever seen being added to the game. They are more sort of known as beam pickaxes in Fortnite, but we have actually seen some pros using them like FaZe, Sway, and for that reason I feel like everyone else should be using these pickaxes. Regardless of how you play Fortnite, if you are a tryhard player or if you are a casual player or maybe even a memer, I think these are going to be the perfect pickaxes for you to use. They're going to match all of your favorite skins as well, but let's move on to our next pickaxe, and this is Maul's Polax. This is actually one of the newest items in Fortnite. This was added to the game with the Darth Maul skin during the latest Star Wars update. This was only in Fortnite for a few weeks, and it is one of the cleanest Star Wars pickaxes that we have, but honestly I'm still disappointed that we don't have lightsaber pickaxes in Fortnite. This would have made the Star Wars crossover so much better. I feel like everyone really wants lightsaber pickaxes, so the fact that we have to deal with Maul's Polax probably isn't the pickaxe that everyone wishes they added. But let's move on guys to our next pickaxe, and this is Hawkmans Maze. This was another crossover pickaxe that was added to the game with DC a few months ago. I actually really love the way this looks. We don't really see too many people using DC pickaxes in Fortnite, but this would have to be one of the best. It is so underrated right now as well. Not too many people are really using Hawkman's Maze, but I actually think this is one of the best pickaxes you can use in Chapter 4. It is really simplistic, it has such a good design, and it's going to work well with all of your favorite skins. But let's move on guys, and that takes us to the number 33 position, and we have the Snap Blade. The Snap Blade is one of the cleanest pickaxes Fortnite has added in a really long time. It was actually added to the game with the Attack on Titan collab as well, which was introduced at the start of Chapter 4 Season 2. This is such an amazing pickaxe. I actually really like the way this looks. I think the Snap Blade is super underrated right now, and hopefully it does only gain popularity in the future. I don't know if this will ever be considered a try-hard pickaxe like some of the other ones we're going to talk about coming up very soon, but one pickaxe that is definitely known as a try-hard pickaxe has to be the Frostbite Cane. The Frostbite Cane is one of Fortnite's best ever pickaxes, but unfortunately because you had to buy this in a bundle, not that many people really bought it. I feel like if we also had more Frozen themed skins in the game, a lot more people would be using this. I feel like with just a few good ice themed skins in Fortnite, not that many people are really using the Frostbite Cane because it's not really going to work well with all of your favorite skins, but right now this would have to be one of my favorite pickaxes in the game. Let's move on though guys, and next up we have the Old Chopper. The Old Chopper is one of my favorite pickaxes. It is so simplistic and is definitely one of the more underrated pickaxes in the game right now. We don't really see too many people using this because it is so underrated, but if this is a pickaxe you guys absolutely love, I definitely recommend picking this up. It does have a really simplistic design. It only really gets added to the item shop around Winterfest though, so if you guys don't already have this, you will probably have to wait a few more months in order to get it. It is going to be worth the wait though. I really love the way this looks, and honestly I'm surprised we haven't seen more people using this so far. There are some other Winterfest pickaxes that are a lot better though, but before we get up to those pickaxes, we need to mention Gohan's Beast Blade. I've actually been really loving a lot of the anime pickaxes that Fortnite has been adding to the game. I think Gohan's Beast Blade is super underrated. It has a really clean design and is going to work well with all of your favorite skins. I feel like as this does get added back to the item shop more and more often, a lot more people are going to start using this, but we may as well talk about one pickaxe that has already been popular in the past, and this is the Stun Rod. The Stun Rod is one of the best crossover pickaxes we've seen in a really long time. I think this is a really unique pickaxe as well, and a lot of people do prefer to use the smaller pickaxes in Fortnite, and the Stun Rod would have to be one of the smallest. It doesn't really return to the store that often though, but one pickaxe that should be returning very soon is the Red Hot Revenge. This is actually added to Fortnite as a free pickaxe, and you can unlock this in the Refer a Friend program. Fortnite also decided to add this to the item shop, which was such a good decision because it meant I could actually get this. Not everyone wanted to grind out all of the challenges to unlock this, so by adding it to the item shop it means it can return in the future, and a lot of people that don't really play the game too much anymore could also buy it. This has really only been tryhard though because it does look like the Raiders Revenge, so we may as well move on to a unique pickaxe, and this is the Kamisenin Staff. We've already talked about a few anime pickaxes on this list already, but the Kamisenin Staff would have to be one of the best. It has such a unique design. I actually think this is quite simplistic as well, so it is going to work with all of your favorite skins, regardless of if they are the superhero skins, anime skins, or some of the more detailed skins like Hannah. But let's move on guys and talk about the joke Joker's Revenge. We've already mentioned a bunch of crossover pickaxes in the game, but the Joker's Revenge would have to be one of my favorites. This was added to the game with the Joker skin in the Last Laugh bundle, which was introduced during Chapter 2 Season 4. This is definitely one of the more expensive bundle items we have seen. You did have to pay around $30 in order to get this bundle, but honestly I think it is definitely worth it. Another pickaxe that was quite expensive is Michonne's Katana. You did have to buy a few Walking Dead items in order to get this. You couldn't actually buy it on its own, which was a really weird design. I do love the way this looks though. All of the katanas in Fortnite have been so popular in the past, but I think Michonne's Katana would have to be my favorite. Another really good katana though is the Demon Slayer blade, and this was added to the game around the same time that we got the Throwback Axe. The Throwback Axe is actually the Chapter 1 default pickaxe that Fortnite reintroduced to the game during Chapter 2, and you could get this for free. A lot of people absolutely love this because it is a remake of the OG pickaxe that everyone was using. This actually became by TryHard as well because of pros like Tfue using this in the biggest tournaments in Fortnite, and we still see people using this today, which is just so insane. During Chapter 2, we also got Hot Dogger added to Fortnite. Now, some of you guys might not really know what this pickaxe is, but the Hot Dogger is actually one of my favorites. It is a crossover with the Gaming Legends series. There are some really good Gaming Legends pickaxes in Fortnite, and most of them get slept on a lot, and the Hot Dogger is one of those pickaxes. It does have a really simplistic design. It is really small as well, but it is one of my favorite pickaxes in the game right now. It might show people that you are a meme player as well, but another pickaxe that is going to show everyone else that you are a big meme player is the Big Spoon. This died down in Fortnite very quickly. We didn't really see too many people using this after Chapter 3 ended, but I've been loving this pickaxe lately, and we have seen pros like Clicks using it again, so I feel like this is only going to gain popularity over the next few seasons. One pickaxe that might not gain too much popularity though is the Sound Scepter. This is actually part of the Icon series. It was added to the game with the Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars skins, and this is one of the more underrated pickaxes. I actually think the design is really sick, and I cannot wait to see what Icon series pickaxes Fortnite adds to the game in the future. A lot of these Icon series skins and pickaxes don't really return to the store that often, and the same can be said for Marvel items as well, like LeBeau's Bow. LeBeau's Bow is one of the best pickaxes Fortnite has ever designed that is part of the Marvel series. I feel like a lot of these crossover pickaxes could be designed a lot better, but LeBeau's Bow has been one of the more popular ones. It is very simplistic. It has a custom built-in animation as well, which is what we love to see, and it is going to work with all of your favorite skins in the game. If you want to use an OG pickaxe though, you might want to try out the Rebar. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys already own this. It is one of the most OG pickaxes on this list because this was added to the game in Chapter 1 Season 1. You did have to pay 800 V-Bucks in order to get it, but honestly, I think it is so worth it. There was a point in time where this was the most try-hard pickaxe in the game. It had only featured in the item shop once, but obviously Fortnite did decide to add this back to the item shop, and now we see it every few weeks. One pickaxe that is returning to the store very often as well is the Scully Scepter. This is basically like the Star Wand 2.0. It is an updated style. It looks basically the exact same with just a different color theme to it, and I've actually been really loving this pickaxe lately. I think the design is quite unique. It's going to work with a lot of different skins as well, and if you have been using the Star Wand in the past, this is a pickaxe that you just need to buy because of how similar it looks. It is cheaper as well, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks, which makes it even better, but if you do want to spend a little bit more, you might want to try out something like the Electrostatic Impactor. This is a little bit more expensive because you could only get this in a battle pass, which means it does cost 950 V-Bucks. The Electrostatic Impactor actually reminds me a lot of LeBeau's Bow. They are pretty much the exact same pickaxe. Obviously, the Electrostatic Impactor is a little bit more animated and a little bit more detailed, but they still look really similar and have really clean designs. This has probably dropped off in popularity over the last few weeks though, but one pickaxe that definitely has not dropped off is Vision. This has been one of the most try-hard pickaxes in Fortnite over the last few seasons, and I don't think that is going to change anytime soon. It also shows everyone in the game that you are a big meme player, and since a lot of people are starting to become meme players again, this is a pickaxe that is only going to get more and more popular. You did have to pay around 800 V-Bucks in order to get it, and I feel like Fortnite should add a second style for this, but we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the future. Let's move on though to a pickaxe that has a very similar color design to it, and this is Catwoman's Grappling Claw. Catwoman's Grappling Claw is another DC pickaxe. It has been one of the more popular DC pickaxes that we have seen, and honestly I feel like this is only going to get more and more tryhard in the future. It did cost you around 800 V-Bucks, and this was added to the game back during Chapter 2, but we haven't really seen this pickaxe become as popular as it deserves to be. I think it's going to work with all of your favorite skins and is going to make you guys stand out a lot, but probably not as much as the Royal Naboo Star. This is one of the latest Star Wars pickaxes that we have in Fortnite. So many people have been using this, and I think this is an amazing Star Wars pickaxe. It might not be the most try-hard Star Wars pickaxe that we have seen, but it is one of the more well-designed ones, and I think this has a really unique color style to it that we haven't really seen too much of in Fortnite before. If you want a better Star Wars pickaxe though, I think the Electro Staff is the way to go. This is a lot more simplistic. It's only going to cost you 500 V-Bucks as well, which is really cheap for a pickaxe this well designed, and I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen more people using this in the past. Since we have just seen all of the Star Wars items return to the store though, I feel like this is only going to gain popularity over the next few weeks, and hopefully the same can be said for the Love Lawn. The Love Lawn is a truly amazing Fortnite pickaxe that has been added to the game during Chapter 4 Season 2. This is going to set you back $4. You do have to buy the Tegan skin bundle in order to get this, but a lot of people have been using this pickaxe in competitive tournaments because it looks basically identical to the Axe of Champions 2.0. The design of it is extremely similar. They look so good, and I think this is a pickaxe that is going to only become more and more tryhard in the future. If you guys don't already own it, make sure you do pick it up and use code KyroYT in the Fortnite item shop. But let's move on to the number 11 position, and this is the Studded Axe. The Studded Axe again uses a similar color theme to the Love Lawn. It is going to set you back 800 V-Bucks, and it is known as one of the most simplistic pickaxes in the game. That isn't what makes it tryhard though. What makes this pickaxe so tryhard is that this is actually one of the quietest pickaxes in the game. It barely makes any sound when you swing it to break down builds or walls, and that is why we see so many pros and sweats using it. It has been in the game since Chapter 1 as well, but another Chapter 1 tryhard pickaxe would have to be the Driver. This is actually cheaper than the Studded Axe, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks. It is one of my favorite pickaxes on this list as well, and regardless of how many people own this or how much I use it, it is still one of my favorites. It would easily be one of the most popular pickaxes Fortnite has ever added to the game, and I don't think that is going to change anytime soon. One pickaxe that did actually become quite popular though was the Gold Crow. A bunch of people did start using this after it was introduced during Chapter 2 Season 3. What was really unique about this was that this is actually added to the game with a pickaxe bundle, not a skin bundle, which is something that we haven't really seen too much of in the past. You could pick this up for 1,200 V-Bucks, but you did get a few other pickaxes with this as well, so I really do think it was worth it. It was the second crowbar pickaxe that we had in Fortnite, but we have a lot more crowbars in the game now, so I feel like the Gold Crow has started to drop off. Another set of pickaxes that have started to drop off would have to be the Candy Axe and of course the Merry Mint. Now previously these were some of the most tryhard pickaxes in the history of Fortnite, but since the Candy Axe was added to the game during Chapter 1 Season 1 and the Merry Mint is quite an exclusive pickaxe, we just don't really see too many people using these items anymore. They always become extremely popular around Winterfest though, so if you guys are watching this in December or November, I'm sure these pickaxes are extremely popular, but as I'm recording this in May, there aren't really too many people using it. The Candy Axe is going to set you back 1,500 V-Bucks, and the Merry Mint did cost anywhere from $5 to $20, so they were quite expensive. And one pickaxe that is a lot cheaper is going to be the Harley Hitter. This had a price of only 800 V-Bucks, so it is one of the more affordable pickaxes on this list, and it has been extremely tryhard as well. Everyone absolutely loves this pickaxe. I think it is one of the best crossover pickaxes they have ever added to the game, and that isn't going to change in the future. I would love to see some more edit styles for this though. It would be really cool to be able to see the Harley Hitter from the DC movies as opposed to just the original Suicide Squad movie. We do of course have the Birds of Prey movie and a second Suicide Squad movie, so I feel like Fortnite should really update this pickaxe and create some extra styles for it. One pickaxe that won't get any more edit styles in the future though is the Vault Guardian, but that is okay because this was a free pickaxe in Fortnite. You could actually unlock this for free, which is so insane to think about, but if you were like me and are lazy, you could also buy this pickaxe. This is the best crowbar pickaxe in the game right now. It has made the Gold Crow drop off quite a bit and is a lot better than the original crowbar, so let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. That takes us to the number 5 position though, and we have the Icebreaker. This is a 500 V-Buck pickaxe that is pretty much identical to to the driver. This has been in the game from the very beginning, which is just so insane to think about, and we still see so many people using it today. It is featured in the item shop more than any other item in the history of the game, and that isn't going to change as we move through Chapter 4 Season 3. It has a really simplistic design and is going to match all of your favorite skins, but the same can be said for the Star Wand. This is also introduced during Chapter 1, but it did come a few seasons later in Chapter 1 Season 8. The Star Wand is probably unlucky to not be finishing up higher on the list. It has definitely been one of the most try-hard pickaxes basically since Fortnite first started, but I feel like during Chapter 4 it has started to drop off. One of the reasons though that this is starting to drop off is because we got Leon's combat knife added to the game. We could also include the original combat knife in at this position as well, but Leon's combat knife would have to be the more popular pickaxe right now. What makes this better than the original combat knife is that this only costs 500 V-Bucks, and it does seem to be reappearing in the store a lot more often. The original combat knife was quite expensive, so the fact that we have basically an identical pickaxe for a lot cheaper price is really good to see, and I think this is only going to become more popular in the future. It is part of the Gaming Legends series, but unfortunately it isn't the best Gaming Legends pickaxe, and that is because the Leviathan Ax is one of the best pickaxes in the history of Fortnite. It has been known as one of the most try-hard items in the history of the game. It is going to set you back 1,000 V-Bucks, but the only problem with this pickaxe is that it has only featured in the item shop once. Yes guys, that is correct. The last time this pickaxe was in the store was during Chapter 2 Season 5, which was over 3 years ago. If you didn't buy this pickaxe then you have been waiting a really long time in order to get it, so hopefully it does return to the game this season. But unfortunately it isn't good enough to come in at the number 1 position, and that is because coming in at number 1 we have the Axe of Champions. The Axe of Champions is by far the most try-hard pickaxe in the history of Fortnite, and if you are lucky enough to own it, this is a pickaxe that you want to be using during Chapter 4 Season 3. You have to be one of the best players in the world to get this. It is really only given out to like 30 people in the entire world, which is so insane to think about, and you only get to keep this pickaxe for 1 season. If you guys do own this, make sure to let me know in the comments down below, because that is just insane to think about. I think this has a really clean design though, and I love the way it looks. I feel like this should be a pickaxe that everyone can own, but then it probably wouldn't be as try-hard. But there you guys go, that is my list for the 36 most try-hard pickaxes in Fortnite. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what your favorite pickaxe is, and click on the video on your screen now.